Welcome, my name's Dr. Jason W. Morrison and I'm a theologist from New South Wales, Australia. Psychologists help people with themselves and other people, and theologists help people with themselves and God. Welcome, Dr. Jason W. Morrison, theologist. We're doing the Christian Foundation course. We're up to Resurrection of the Dead, study number A, B, C, D, E, F, G, study number 7. And it's in 2 sessions. This is the first session on the title, The Proof of the Resurrection of the Lord Jesus Christ. Let's read the introduction and then we'll turn to the scriptures. The evidence of Christ's resurrection is without doubt genuine and authoritative. The order of events on resurrection morning seem to be as follows. This is the order of the events as they are recorded in the Bible. In the early morning, the women went to the tomb of Jesus to anoint his body. There were 3, Mary Magdalene, Mary the mother of James, and Salome, followed by other women who were also followers of the Lord Jesus Christ. The 3 women found the stone had been removed from the entrance of the tomb. Mary Magdalene hurried to tell Peter and John, who ran toward the tomb. Meanwhile, Mary the mother of James and Salome and the other women arrived at the tomb, entered it, and saw angels who assured them the Lord Jesus Christ had risen. They ran from the tomb in fear and joy to inform other disciples. Peter and John arrived at the tomb, entered and observed, and left. Mary Magdalene returned to the tomb, stood weeping, and the Lord Jesus Christ revealed himself to her. Then as the other women were on their way to tell the other disciples, the Lord Jesus Christ appeared to them. The Lord's resurrection body is different from his original body. He still has the nail wounds, eats material elements, and is touchable. He can appear and disappear, and is able to fly. Jesus no longer a living soul in a body vitalized by blood and oxygen for physical life. He is a living soul in a body vitalized by spirit for spiritual life. Jesus is the same person in a resurrection body. He no longer has a body that is bound by moral or physical weaknesses. Bodies are just human bodies at death, but when they come back to life, they will be superhuman bodies. For just as there are natural human bodies, there will also be supernatural spiritual resurrection bodies, and the Lord Jesus Christ is the pattern and the proof and the promise. So let's turn to the scriptures now and see what we can find from these passages which are directly connected to what I just read. In Mark 16, 2-3, we see, very early in the morning on the first day of the week, they came to the tomb when the sun had risen, and they said among themselves, "Who will roll the stone from the door of the tomb for us?" Now this was the women who went to the tomb of Jesus. Now, on the first day in Luke 24:1, now on the first day of the week, very early in the morning, they and certain other women with them came to the tomb, bringing the spices which they had prepared. In Matthew 28:2 it reads, "And behold, there was a great earthquake, for an angel of the Lord descended from heaven, and came and rolled back the stone from the door and sat on it." So it was an angel who rolled back the stone. In John 20:2-4, this is quite exciting, isn't it? They ran and came to Simon Peter and to the other disciple who loved Jesus, which was John, and said to them, "They have taken the Lord out of the tomb, and we do not know where they have laid him." Peter therefore went out, and the other disciple, and were going to the tomb. So they both ran together, and the other disciple outran Peter and came to the tomb first. Then in Matthew 28:8, so they went out quickly from the tomb with fear and great joy, and ran to bring his disciples word. So there was nobody in the tomb, and they had a combination of both fear and joy. In John 24:6, so they both ran together, and the other disciple outran Peter and came to the tomb first. And he, stooping down and looking in, saw the linen clothes lying there, yet he did not go in. Then Simon Peter came in, following him, and went into the tomb, and he saw the linen clothes lying there. Then in Matthew 28:9-10, as they went to tell his disciples, behold, the Lord Jesus Christ met them, saying, Rejoice! For they came and held him by the feet and worshipped him. Now this proves that Jesus was not, and never will be Michael the archangel, because they worshipped the risen Christ. Then Jesus said to them, Do not be afraid. Go and tell my brethren to go to Galilee. There they will see me. Then in 1 Corinthians 15:44 we read, At death it is sown a natural body. Now I'll put in at death because that's what this is relative to. It is sown a natural body, but it is raised a spiritual body. This is what happens at death. Now we'll go further into this as the resurrection of the dead study continues. There is a natural body and there is a spiritual body. Now Jesus died with a natural body, but when he raised from the dead, he was raised into a spiritual body, and this is what will happen to us. There is a natural body and there is a spiritual body. But unfortunately, the Jehovah's Witnesses will not accept this along with other religions. Now, the moment of meditation reads, Have you ever considered that before Adam sinned, he was probably supernaturally able to fly with the birds and swim with the fish? In Genesis 1:26, then God said, Let us make man, someone like ourselves, to be the master of all upon the earth and in the skies and in the seas. Always remember, the Lord Jesus was a type of Adam, and Jesus, after regaining what Adam lost, was able to fly. Adam, who is a type of him who was to come, Romans 5:14, and Acts 1:9, it was not long afterwards that Jesus rose into the sky and appeared in a cloud. Now, I thought Acts... hang on, there's more passages, viewers. This is good, look. John 20:20. When he had said this, he showed them his hands and his side, obviously where he was nailed and speared. Then the disciples were glad when they saw the Lord. This is Jesus in his spiritual body. They gave him a piece of broiled fish and some honeycomb in Luke 24:42. And then in Luke 24:31, then their eyes were opened and they knew him, and he vanished from their sight. So he was able to disappear. In Luke 24:51, now it came to pass when he blessed them that he was parted from them and carried up into heaven. So Jesus could fly, whether he be carried or whether it was his own physical, spiritual prerogative to be able to fly. Jesus left the ground, and that's just the way it was. Now when he had spoken these things in Acts 1:9, while they watched, he was taken up, and a cloud received him out of their sight. So there are many, many supernatural things that a natural body can't do, but a spiritual body can. Now in the next lesson, this is getting quite exciting now. It's lesson number 8, and it's called The Proof of Christ's Resurrection, lesson 2. And I'd love to start this now, but I think we should wait for our next lesson. It's quite interesting, actually. It goes into, oh my gosh, yeah, all the appearances of Christ after he rose from the dead. So this is Dr. Jason W. Morrison, theologist. Thank you for joining me, and bye for now. Yeah, Dr. Jason Morrison, theologist again. I just want to say thank you for watching the videos, and I hope you got plenty of self-rediscovery and freedom out of it. If you watched it on YouTube, please share or like. maybe even comment. If you watch it on Facebook, like, comment, share. But most of all, get out and live. This isn't a rehearsal. You've got a one-off life. Don't let your loyalty and your faithfulness blind you to the life that you should be experiencing. Till the next video, thank you for watching, and bye for now.